Picture a quiet suburb where a stepdaughter faces an unexpected encounter with her stepfather that changes their dynamic forever. If you love dramatic family tales, hit subscribe to catch every chapter. Comment below, have you ever had a moment with family you couldn't forget? Let's dive in. I'm Mia, 19, living in a small town outside Seattle with my mom and my stepdad, Greg. Mom married Greg 3 years ago after my dad left us. He's 45, tall, with graying black hair and sharp brown eyes, a quiet guy who works as a carpenter. Mom's a nurse, always busy, so Greg and I share the house a lot. It's been awkward at first, but we found a rhythm. He fixes things, I help with chores, and we watch TV sometimes. But lately, things felt off. I'd catch him glancing at me when I'd come home from my part-time job at the coffee shop, wearing my usual leggings or shorts. His looks weren't creepy, just intense, like he was studying me. I brushed it off. His family now, I told myself. Last month, our house got chaotic. Mom was pulling double shifts at the hospital, and our washing machine broke, so I was doing laundry in my room. One evening, I was changing, stripping off my sweaty work clothes, down to my underwear, reaching for a fresh t-shirt. The door creaked open. There was Greg, standing there, frozen. My heart stopped. "Oh God, Mia, I'm sorry," he stammered, turning away fast. I grabbed my shirt, face burning, yelling, "Knock next time." He mumbled an apology and bolted. I stood there, shaking, unsure what to feel: anger, embarrassment, something else. After that awkward door incident, things got tense. Greg avoided me for days, sticking to his workshop or watching TV with the volume up. I stayed in my room, replaying it, me half-dressed, him stumbling in, that shocked look. I was mad but also confused. Was it an accident, or did he mean to catch me? Mom noticed the vibe, asking if we'd fought. "Just a misunderstanding," I mumbled, avoiding her eyes. Greg kept apologizing at dinner, his voice low. "Mia, I didn't mean to barge in. It won't happen again." I nodded, but trust felt shaky. A week later, it happened again. I was changing after a jog, sweat-soaked tank top off, reaching for a hoodie. The door swung open, Greg again, carrying a toolbox, muttering about a loose hinge. "Mia," he gasped, dropping the tools, his face red. I yanked the hoodie on, screaming, "What the hell, Greg?" He backed out, stammering, "I thought you were out." I slammed the door, heart pounding. Twice. This wasn't random. I started locking my door, glaring at him across the house. Mom was clueless, chatting about work, while I stewed. That night, I confronted him in the kitchen. "Why do you keep walking in?" I demanded. He looked down, hands fidgeting. "I'm not. I don't mean to. It's this old house, doors stick." His excuse sounded weak. His eyes darted, guilty. I didn't buy it, but I let it drop, too shaken to push. Mom came home, and we pretended everything was fine. But I couldn't shake the feeling, his looks, the timing. Was he testing boundaries? The third time Greg walked in, I knew it wasn't a mistake. I was changing after a shower, towel around me, reaching for jeans. The door opened, Greg, holding a hammer, claiming a loose nail excuse. "Mia, he started, but I cut him off. "Get out," I shouted, clutching the towel, my voice shaking. He froze, then left, tools clattering. I locked the door, heart racing, tears stinging. This was too much. I started avoiding him, eating in my room, skipping family dinners. Mom asked what was wrong, but I said it was stress from college apps. She bought it, too tired to dig. Greg tried to smooth things over. He'd leave notes: "Sorry, Mia, let's talk," but I ignored them. His excuses piled up, checking wiring, fixing a squeak. Each time, he caught me in some state, changing, stretching, always with that same startled but not really look. I started feeling trapped, like his presence loomed. One evening, Mom was at a night shift, and I heard footsteps. I peeked out, Greg, pacing the hall, glancing at my door. My stomach dropped. Was he waiting for another accident? I confronted him again, cornering him by the garage. "Why do you keep doing this?" I demanded. He looked away, voice low. I don't know, MIA. It's hard to explain. His words hung, heavy with something unspoken. I didn't press, too scared of the answer. But I started documenting times, dates in a notebook, just in case. This wasn't normal. I couldn't take it anymore. Greg's accidents were a pattern, 5 times now, always when I was vulnerable, always with that same excuse. My notebook filled with dates, times, details, proof something was off. I was furious, scared, but also unsure how to handle it. Mom was my rock, but telling her felt like dropping a bomb. What if she didn't believe me? What if it ruined her marriage? I stayed locked in my room, plotting my next move, the tension eating at me. One afternoon, I caught Greg alone in the living room, watching a game. "We need to talk," I said, voice firm. He muted the TV, looking uneasy. "About what?" he asked, avoiding my eyes. I laid it out, every incident, my notebook open. "This isn't okay, Greg. Stop." His face paled. "MIA, I swear, it's not what you think. I'm just clumsy with doors." His denial stung, but his fidgeting betrayed him. I didn't back down. "It stops now, or I tell Mom." He nodded, muttering, "Fine," but I didn't trust him. That night, Mom was home, and I hinted at the issue, vague, testing. "Greg's been in my space a lot," I said. She frowned. "He's just trying to help. Talk to him." Her defense of him hurt, but it pushed me to act. I installed a lock on my door, started staying with a friend more. Greg's looks faded, replaced by cold distance. I felt safer, but the damage was done. With the lock and my friend's couch as my refuge, things settled. Greg kept his distance, his apologies replaced by silence. Mom noticed the chill but chalked it up to pre-college stress. I didn't correct her, I couldn't face the fallout. That notebook stayed hidden, my secret weapon, a reminder of how close I'd come to breaking. I started therapy, unpacking the confusion, anger at Greg, guilt for not telling Mom, fear of judgment. My therapist helped me see it wasn't my fault, just a boundary crossed I had to guard. Jake, my stepbrother, sensed something. "You okay with Dad?" he asked once. I shrugged, "Just growing pains." He let it go, but his concern warmed me. I focused on college apps, friends, rebuilding my space. Greg and I coexist now, polite nods, no more accidents. Mom's happy, oblivious, and I keep it that way. The experience left scars, but also strength. I learned to set limits, to trust my instincts. This story's my truth, raw and real. Thanks for sticking with Mia's journey. If it hit you, share it with friends. Hit subscribe for more stories of family and resilience. Comment below, how would you handle a family secret like this? Can trust ever return? Stay tuned for more.